I'm ready.
So, welcome everyone to Acorn Life Mastery. This is our community meeting. This is open. And if you ever want to lead one of these and you got a really interesting topic that you think would be really good for the community, you're always welcome to take the floor and run it. And tonight we have Pamela. She's running a very special one. And I think this is actually very pertinent to what you're kind of doing and kind of what you're going through a little bit, isn't it? A little bit right now, right, Pamela?
Yes, very
Yes.
much so.
Yeah, so
Um,
take it away and let us know, your topic.
so tonight, my topic is called strategic quitting or quitting by design. Because we've all heard the saying, quitters never win and winners never quit, right? And so many people choose to live their life that way. But sometimes, we get to a point where we realize that we just don't want to do it anymore.
I need a screenshot of her. Someone take a quick
She is
Oops, you
frozen.
froze.
screenshot.
You're frozen, Pamela.
We'll give her a second to come back on.
That's too bad.
Wow, she's really frozen. Huh. She said she was having internet trouble.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she might come back on in a second.
Hmm.
So strategic quitting sounds like something that you would choose specifically to like eliminate something from your life.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Or like if it's not serving you anymore, or if it's not
Right.
giving you the results that you're looking for, that's a really good time to, strategically look at something. So I think what happens for most of us is we get so entrenched in the day-to-day stuff that we can't see the forest from the trees. So I think sometimes strategic quitting is pulling yourself out, taking 100,000 foot view down so you can kind of see where you're going and seeing, does this make sense for me to keep going? And now you're not quitting because you're not getting the results. You're making a decision to say this just isn't working for me and I need to have a different direction because and that's kind of something we go through is we're making an adjustment on to our goal. We still have a goal in mind, just not going to get through on that avenue. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pamela's she just went off. Oh, there she's back. Okay.
Okay. This is my husband, Frank.
Hi,
Hi.
Frank.
Frank.
Pamela, you're back.
He's almost back.
There she is.
You guys just thought you're going to get rid of me, right? I told you my internet's been crazy, which is why we left the house so I'd have internet. Anyways, so I don't know what you all heard, so I'm just going to kind of start again. This is strategic quitting or quitting by design. And we've all heard how quitters never win and winners never quit. And people a lot of times will say, I'm not a quitter and I'll finish what I started. And a lot of times when they do that, though, maybe they're in a job that they don't really love anymore or it's not serving them to do whatever they're doing. And so sometimes the hardest part of anything is when you realize that you just don't want to do it anymore, right? It's no longer your passion. And that's kind of reminding like today. I know Frank, you were talking about when you had that job and you were like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And realizing that you have that right to be able to course correct, right? And it's kind of like with an airplane, they do the course corrections all the time. But we, as ourselves, forget that we have the right to do that. And it's about learning to let go. Do you guys ever remember as kids, they had like the monkey bars? You remember they had the thing that went all the way across and you could get up on there, but in order to get to the second one, you had to let go at least one hand to go to the next one, right? And that's a process. And we have to do the same thing sometimes when we're doing our life. We have to let go. If something's not serving us, then we need to be able to let go of that. And one of the things that we do here at Acorn is we use our goal and our PDCA, which is plan, do, check, and adjust. And that time allows us to, when we're doing the checking and the adjusting, that's when we can say, okay, this isn't working. so we can make those changes and quit doing what we're doing that's not working, right, in order to move forward. Because when we're trying to do something that's not serving us or is not presenting the results that we want, we get really frustrated, right? And there's two different types of frustration. There's a frustration that you're not getting results, and so it keeps you motivated and keeps you moving forward. Because Adam knows I've gone through that a lot. And there's a frustration when it just freezes you up because you're not getting done and you're not being able to achieve anything. So you just stop. You get overwhelmed. And being able to look at, okay, what do I need to let go of? Is it that I need to move forward with? What do I need to change? What do I need to adjust? Um, because if we get so frustrated that we get frozen, then there's a danger of us quitting. And I know all of us, especially if we've done any kind of personal development, we've all heard about 3 feet from gold, right? Where they get so close and then they quit. So we're not talking about that kind of quitting. We're talking about when you're doing everything and you've done all your resources and you've done all your planning. And with us for the mastermind, it's great because you've got someone else who's helping you with some ideals and suggestions. But when you've done all those things, it's not working, then maybe the quitting is just that one step. Maybe something else is there that you can switch to. So the ideal is that you don't want to be consistently experiencing more frustration than you're getting rewards. So if you're constantly getting frustrated, but you're not getting any progress at all, then it's not an empowering frustration. If it's a frustration that motivates you, it's kind of like today in Frank's webinar, he talked about how you move forward from pain sometimes. And so if the frustration is moving you forward, that's a good thing. But if you're at the point where you just can't envision a possible solution or continuing this way, and you're just stuck, and if you have an accountability partner or a mastermind group that you go to, and they're not able to come up with any suggestions for you for adjustments, then maybe it's time to kind of look back and think, okay, what do I need to change or what do I need to give up and let go of? And if you're spending time on things that are keeping you from the more rewarding endeavors or seriously damaging your well-being, because what happens if we're not being successful, then sometimes we'll start procrastinating. So we'll put off what we don't want to do because it's not getting us anywhere anyways. So instead, it's looking at, okay, so why am I not moving forward on this? What is it that I can change or do? Or again, let go of. What can I quit doing if it's not going to move me forward? And the other thing to look at is, are you staying with this, whether it's a job, it's something, your goal, for the wrong reasons? What is your reasons? What is your purpose that you're looking toward doing? Because if that reason or that purpose is no longer serving you, then you're really not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled, and you're definitely not going to be able to serve anyone else. So as you guys think about this, and I know I kind of went over things really quickly because I can't trust my internet not to kick me out again, but I'd love for you guys to share what things have you made that conscious decision to quit by design. You didn't just give up, but you quit because you realized that it was something you needed to do to move forward. Is there anything that one of you guys would like to share?
I quit my job.
It's like, yay.
I retired, basically, is what happened. I've been
Yeah.
in the IT industry for 34 years, and it
Which
was time.
industry?
So,
Which industry?
information technology. I was a computer programmer.
Oh, okay. Yep. And
Yeah,
you
I can say
retired.
that I quit my retail position, and I did that by design. I got to a point where I wasn't necessarily frustrated with it. It wasn't lighting me up like it once did, and I think also, working 60 to 80 hours a week wasn't really appealing either to me at all anymore. And I love volunteering and helping out with little league sports and stuff. And by working at that retail store, I just couldn't do it, and there's just no way that I could do it. So I quit by design. I looked at my finances, certified myself as a life coach, and then went down this path at internet marketing and figuring out how to market myself as a coach. and what led me into where I am now. So that was quit by design. Although I left the door open, so if I ever wanted to go back, because I actually did really like it, and actually I loved it, and I was good at it, and I knew how to create a really good culture. I left that door open in case I ever wanted to go back, so I left on good terms, um, and I've just been going down this path. So that for me was quit by design.
Awesome.
Does it
Yeah.
does quitting a marriage count?
Oh, do you have a girlfriend?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Oh, you need a girlfriend that's on the same vibration as
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Then you won't get divorced again.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's very important, Prakash. And I know the journey that you're going on, and if that person isn't making you happy, I think that's the right time, and you really have to, ask yourself that question, not in frustration, but just, in a pure Zen moment. Am I really happy when I'm around this person? If the answer is no, then you know that you have to walk away from that relationship, right?
It's
Yeah.
funny, like people who, like don't know that they're in a bad marriage. Like Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich lists the 30 major causes of failure in life, and number 15 is the wrong choice of mate in marriage. And what he says about that particular one is that it's marked by a particular kind of misery. But if you've never been in a bad marriage, you can never know, that Napoleon Hill was bang on. He knew what he was talking about. Rebecca's laughing.
Yeah, I know that kind of misery.
Yeah, but even then, I don't recommend divorce unless it's really the best situation, because it's not a good situation. Um, I went through a very amicable divorce. We didn't hate each other. Nobody did anything to hurt the other person. But still, I just felt the most profound sense of failure I have ever felt. Literally knocked me to my knees once.
Yeah, I think divorce is the last option, right? So
Yeah.
always try to figure out a way to make it work. And if it's just not there, then it's just not there. But
I need a boyfriend. I wish some nice light worker guy would
I'm taken. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm taken.
bad because oh yeah.
So marriage is a challenging relationship because there's valleys, there's hills, and you can be on the top of the mountain and enjoying everything, and then there can be times where either you or your spouse are in a valley, and that when either one of you is in a valley, it causes relationship tension.
Big time.
And so it's very seldom that both of you are on the mountaintop at the same time. So it teaches us skills and flexibility and in compassion. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other emotions that I have trouble naming, but you get the idea.
yeah,
One of the things I learned is one day I came home from work and I'd had a bad day and I was in a bad mood. I mean, yeah,
In the pit.
in the pit. And Monica was walking on eggshells, wondering, what did I say? What did I do? What did I not say? What did I not do? And when I figured that out, I told her, no, it's not you. It's just I had a bad day. So you have to learn how to communicate and let them know what's going on with you.
yeah, I was just about to say that. It all comes down to communication, right? So if they don't know, they start guessing, and then that's when a lack of communication really breaks down. And sometimes it's just a matter of telling them how you feel and what you think about them, right? And communicating that. And once you are able to get your communication skills, and you guys, and I know that Frank and Monica, you don't know this about me, but we're all a part of another business that is called Life, and it has something called Rascal Radio in it, which is basically podcasts. And so I was listening to a podcast about this very thing just the other day, and and Oren and was it Oren or Chris? And it was Oren, and his wife was talking, and they were doing a talk together. And Lori said, whenever any of the kids come into his office, he will close the laptop, put his phone upside down, turn around and look them in the eyes until the conversation is 100% done. Whenever Lori is about to have a conversation, and now you have to remember, Oren is a guy that runs a multi-million-dollar international company that requires his full attention. And he literally will do this and put the phone upside down, not pay attention to it. And she's even said, well, you were in the middle of something. Why don't you complete that? No, the most important person is standing right here in front of me right now. And I need to give that person, my complete attention. I got to tell you, I've been doing this with my wife, and she starts talking to me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Phone goes down and I listen, and I'm just there and attentive. And just think about how powerful that is for just a moment. When you're face to face with someone, it's the most important thing. When we're talking on virtual and stuff, I mean, some of us probably multitask. I mean, I try to minimize my multitasking when I'm here virtually with people, but I want you guys just to really let that sink in. And if you get a chance to listen to that, I'll post it, which podcast that was, but it was powerful. Like, it really struck me to say, I think I was doing pretty good. I think I can do even better with my wife. And she's even noticed it, that I've been far more attentive with her lately.
Monica, I can get you and Frank a link to a free 7-day trial so you can listen to the podcast he's talking about.
Thanks.
You could give workshops to men. Because a lot of men, really a lot of men I know are very kind of disoriented now, and they don't really have a lot of support groups. Women have tons of them. Look at how everything is for women in the light worker realm, more than men. Yeah.
Coffee clutch, ladies who lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of women's things, but not a lot for men. I mean, I get phone calls from men all the time that, because I'm a coach. And yeah, that would be a cool thing.
So would you guys mind going around and introducing yourselves to us, so we'll have a little bit of orientation? I heard
Sure.
Adam and Rebecca both say they're coaches.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a life coach, a certified life coach. I went through a school called IPEC, which stands for International Professionalism Excellence in Coaching. And when I did the research on it, it was the #1 rated life coach school in the world. So it was 9 months for me to go through that course. And then before that, I was in retail management, where I was a general manager. I live in Canada here, and we have a retail store called Canadian Tire, which is kind of like your Walmart, very similar, except for there's a little bit more automotive and sports driven products and less of the grocery sort of section. And I did that for almost 10 years. And then before that, I was into auto mechanics and different things. So, and now I run Acorn Life Mastery. And so I founded it, and all these awesome people are coming along for a really good ride.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Rebecca. And I've known Adam for a few years now, and some of these other people, because we were all in this other organization. But I became a stewardess in 1967 because in the 60s, there really weren't a lot of career options for women. We couldn't even be pilots. We could, but not for the major carriers. So I became a stewardess, and I flew for 35 years. But I've always been a seeker, and so I studied with a lot of metaphysical teachers, had a lot of big aha moments. I've studied spiritual healing. I've had my own spontaneous healings of things like cancer, Lyme disease, all kinds of stuff. And then after 9/11, I retired because I was supposed to be on that airplane that hit the tower, but I changed my bid at the last time. At the last minute. I was based in Boston. So I started teaching the work of Jose Silva in 2004 and traveled all over the country training about 3,000 people how to get to that alpha level of consciousness where you can manifest and do all those things. Then I started working on a book which came out in 2014, Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant. And then I got certified as a life coach, tapping into wealth coach. And I've been traveling around with these LifeWorks, now Acorn people for a few years. And I talk to people about how to wake up. That's my thing. I do believe I had a spiritual awakening in my mid-20s because I was diagnosed with cancer. A practitioner said to me, "You're the perfect child of God and perfect health is your birthright." And I think my crown chakra opened up and I was instantaneously healed. And I kind of was never the same since. So I've been spending my life trying to figure out what the hell happened to me. And now I realize it was like a spiritual awakening. But I got married 3 times and divorced 3 times. But that's not a bad thing. They're all in my book. So I just find it very interesting. Now I'm here for the Great Awakening. I do believe the planet is shifting into a different frequency, and we came here for that, and it's going to be very exciting.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank
Mhm.
you.
I can go next.
Well, I asked them to
Oh,
tell us
okay.
anything before you would know them.
Okay. Who's next?
My name is Prakash. I live in Toronto, Ontario, and I work for a real estate investment and development company. I'm also a real estate investor myself, passive, but still an investor. I work in the accounting department. I do accounts payable, accounts receivable. I manage the cash of about 30 different companies, cash flow. And I used to do some data analysis as well. And I did when I first joined the company. I have a degree in industrial engineering, so when I first joined the company, I did some some significant work in the way of getting the company free of paper because the company was buried in paper. So then I said none of this, and we now we're almost completely digital now. And now that everybody's working from home, so it's like a virtual company now. So because of the work that I did, the accounting process is very, very easy. You can access, we're a Google shop, so we can access anything on Google. And all our, I had a hand in developing some of the spreadsheets, that the Google Sheets that we have. And so it's all collaborative in nature. So that's what I do.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Nice.
I'll go next.
Thank you, Martha.
My name is Marta, and welcome to our meeting today. I'm also in Toronto with Prakash and Adam. Sorry, in Canada with Prakash and Adam. I'm in Toronto, and I've been following these guys from the previous company because they just light up my day. These are my people, my new people. I've come to realize that I've been committed to certain relationships where I'm not fulfilled. And I think this year, finally, I realized, I'm like, why don't I just call Rebecca when I have a problem? Or do I go back to my, loyal friends from high school who, after meeting them, I'm not, I'm more agitated and going, I feel much more lonely. So, I've been following Adam since the previous company, because he's been such a great supporter of my personal growth, as well as everyone else here. Plus, I'm sure there's a lot more members that you're going to meet soon. And my husband and I, we have a warehousing company here in Toronto. So we work together. We have a 5-year-old son. So that's my kind of 9 to 5, and outside of that 9 to 5, it's a lot of personal development, spiritual growth. I'm not a coach. I'm not certified at anything, but I do have enough life experience and a lot of small awakenings that have occurred throughout my life. That I do believe that we are here together for a reason, and we are moving into definitely a different paradigm. So I'm glad to be doing this with you guys, because we're much stronger in numbers. And I just look forward to 2021, because I think very great things are going to be happening.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you for introducing yourself. I appreciate that.
Hello, hello. I'm James.
James.
I'm
There's
from New
James.
Jersey, unlike all these Canadian people,
Give her.
Crazy.
right?
Blue skies.
We got balance. We got balance somewhere, right? So I got to
Yeah.
call for the States. So I would definitely describe myself as a serial entrepreneur. We do not have enough time in this evening's call to discuss all the work that I have done in the past. Like you, I'm not a programmer, but I work in the IT sector, which is treating me very well at the moment, although I'm exciting to look forward to consciously get rid of that as soon as possible through some other means of income. I, as well as am a certified life coach, just one of the very many things that I do. I've been coaching for years and just decided to get a piece of paper that, said I know what I already do. So I have a lot of fun hanging out with these folks here, like-minded, positive, forward-thinking. It's very important to surround yourself with people that have a like mindset or are goal-oriented or looking towards the future, positive things. It's just too easy to surround yourself with negative garbage. So it takes a little effort to surround yourself with positive, like-minded folks, and has a way better outcome, in my humble opinion. So here I am. I like this community. We're also like Rebecca and Adam, Prakash, Pamela, Morna. I was part of a previous endeavor that morphed and grew into this for various reasons, but here we are, and pleasure to meet y'all.
Great to meet you,
Thank you,
James.
James.
Go ahead.
Well, about me, I have a Bachelor of Music, and I was a band director for 1 year, and I didn't like it because the kids were there to play games and I was there to make music. So eventually I got into carpentry, which was framing houses and apartments. I did that for 4 or 5 years and realized there is no money in that. So eventually I got into IT, became a computer programmer, and did that for 34 years. The last company I worked for was a consulting company, so I was on the road all the time, and it took me away from my family, and I didn't like that. Away from her, well, it's took part of the time. So when I figured out I could retire, I said, I'm done. That was July of 2018, 19.
Last year.
It was,
Not even a year and a half now.
yeah, July of 19. I'd been studying Jack Canfield and Dr. Shad Helmstetter, Mary Morrissey. Mary Morrissey really struck me, and I ended up getting certified under her organization, the Dream Builder, what used to be called Life Mastery Institute. Now they changed it to Great Thinking Institute. I've done a ton of reading, more than I thought I ever would do in this area. And so now I'm a life coach.
And he's trying to learn how to do the marketing piece, which is another big hurdle when you have spent all your time focusing on how to be a good life coach. Now just learning the marketing. And for the last year, I've been working on learning marketing, online marketing specifically. Not that I'm good at it, but I know the pieces, and it's like I'll tell them a piece of it, and it's like, here, go try this, here, go try that. I retired from my computer programming career back 10 years ago, and have been dabbling in a network marketing company with health and wellness. And going through the marketing training, they taught me how to niche down. And so instead of just being a representative for a company, I brand myself, where I can teach other people So I have a story to tell, and I can help other people. So my specialty is helping people that have food sensitivities. I founded my group called Sailing Through Food Sensitivities because while I was we were in Connecticut for
Year.
he was there a year. I finally got there in December of 2018. So I was there for a whole 10 months. But while I was there, I was close to the coast. I would go to New York City often for a lot of personal growth. I've been on a personal growth journey for the last 10 years with a lot of different mentors. And the last one was the Landmark program, and where I was going to New York City, downtown. And along the way, I'd go by the coast and I would sail the sailboats. And I would remember back long before I met Frank over 30 years ago, I realized that that's when I was doing a lot of sailing. I had my own sailboat and I just really missed it. And it just renewed that passion in me. And so I was like, okay, if I can't sail, I'm going to talk about sailing. I'm going to look at sailing. I'm going to do everything I can with sailing on shore. And while we were in Connecticut, I actually got to live one of my bucket list items, which was to sail on a classic J boat, the 12-meter J boat that was an American stuff. And I got to go on a mock race with that. And I was just like in heaven. This is great. So why not combine my passion with my my other passion of health and wellness and come up with something that I could market to people. So my specialty is people that have suspected they have or that they recently discovered that they have a sensitivity to gluten or dairy. I help them find substitutes so they can eat what they love without the uncomfortable, annoying, and sometimes horrible reactions. Thanks for having me here.
Adam, I like your background. Is that a virtual or is that your home?
You're on
You're
mute. Adam.
muted, Adam.
It is virtual, but soon
Oh, okay.
it'll be a home. I'm looking to build a home just like this.
Wow,
Nice.
that is nice.
That's having a clear vision.
There you go.
Pamela, did you have anything else for your talk?
No, that was it. Thank you guys for being here and welcome, Monica and Frank. I'm so glad you guys talked on tonight. The community, we have meetings every Wednesday and they're different things. I know you're going to find a lot of like-minded people in our community. So take advantage of all the free stuff that we have going on. And then there's other things that are coming down. I know Rebecca's got a bookstore. Tomorrow, Monica, this might be great for you. Is it tomorrow that Lorianne's doing her? Yes, right?
Oh, it was today. Lorianne
It was
did
today?
I
I missed it.
Very good. It was excellent. She had some really good marketing tips. I took notes. You might want to watch the video because it's in the which side
It's on
is
our
it?
it's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. What Sue is going on Friday and I'm doing a cryptocurrency Q&A for anyone that needs to understand cryptocurrency and why to invest into that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely jump on. I'll show you some things that I found, and I've been getting tremendous results with it. And for those of you following Bitcoin just went up to 21,000 a Bitcoin. There's
Wow.
in a year it should be up to $25,000 to $30,000. So if you haven't started investing in cryptocurrency, highly recommend. I think everyone on this call has. So it's going really, really well. But yeah, so tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time, same link that we have right now. I do a live Q&A for Bitcoin, just cryptocurrency basics, understanding the technology, how to invest, where to go, what to do, all that sort of stuff. So I'll do some live training on that for anyone that wants to jump onto that. All right, well, you guys are all awesome, rock stars. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Frank and Monica, for coming by. Appreciate it. Feel free to come by whenever you like. I mean, we're starting this online community, and we're just here to share and help everyone grow and reach their goals and get results. I think that's our bottom line, is that we're really looking to help people and wherever they are. And, you know, if any of our products or services look attractive and you want to purchase them, you know, I think they're extremely valuable, and we've got some really good facilitators that are leading some of our masterminds and some of our other studies. So got lots of stuff coming up for the month of January, and for the last half of December. All these calls will be focused on vision. So creating a vision for 2021 and really getting that going, working with everyone. So if you want to lead one of the January calls, all about vision, and your message is about vision, just let me know, and we'll get you signed up. I think we've got the first 2 in January already filled. So if you want to lead one, just let me know, and we'll get you all signed up for that. Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody. Thanks.
Aaron, pleasure meeting you guys.
Okay, guys, have a good week.